Welcome back, everybody, for the part 2 of the backtesting on Bitcoin. We're going to test now even further if we have, well, now that in 2021, we're coming towards 2021, we have some volume. We can try to validate if those PPL created in a high volume market, can they be a reference for scalpers for moves PPL to PPL? We will see. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, and let's move on. So we were on the Trader for such a shit. Oh gosh. Okay. Why now you're not allowed? Crazy, stupid. Okay. We want to see if price moves PPL to PPL in a high volume environment. So yeah, la 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 la. I was not ready for this. As you can see, it's starting to do it. PPL to PPL, 250, reaction at 230, which is 2 pips away from the PPL. PPL to PPL. If you want to have a safer entry, you see a reaction at this middle 13,000 PPL for safer entry for other 25 pips. This is the action that we want to see for our validation here. Let me just do ping this, and this. And we're good to, no, we're not good to go. Where are we? Gosh, okay, let's move on. No, don't move on. Okay, now we can move on. PPL. So we don't want this ranging price action. We want to see if these levels give opportunities for quick scalps. Of course, we're not getting always moves, not even on gold at key levels, but it's fairly. I want to have some fair reference points. Okay. Not much of a retest, I gotta say, but indeed PPL to PPL. Couple of hours, not what we want as a scalper. Break and retest on the dot. break and retest on the dot for 25 pips, back again. You can see exactly the PPL. We got the strong rejection. Of course, it's not always that when it breaks above, it's going up. Pew, pew, pew. Break, retest, PPL to PPL. Then you see you follow price action and you get to the other PPL, giving you in a couple of hours 50 pips. Look where you reacted, exactly at 13,000, jumping back to another 25 pips. Very nice bullish trend after the reaction at, again, 13,000. That now we can confirm that is being a recent price sensitivity area, but PPL to PPL in 1 hour and a half, 50 pips in 3 hours-ish. Very clean price action after the rejection. What we want to see except is this one. We were in a bearish trend, as you can see, and it's not being a reaction here at these previous lows, but went to this price psychological price level and then turned bullish, breaking and retesting. If you want to see, retesting the trend line and then continuation up. Safer buys above these previous highs. This was the last lower high, but that brought to the last lower low. We are in a transition, or possibly here we still have to validate. Let's do some price action teaching for you guys and for myself. Always good. We have bearish trend here. Let's do this. Let's do it like this. We have the bearish trend. Okay. What do we see is lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower high. Okay. Here you're coming now after this rejection at the PPL 13K. You are here. Can you be 100% sure that this is another lower high and is going to create a lower low? Not yet, because you see that price is reacting at this exact previous to last lower low. So at least you want to be sure, to be safer, you want to see a break and retest, as happened here, to see a break of this previous low and safer sell. So you are here, you see a reaction following the trend line. This, of course, is a high risk, high reward sells. You know that it's not necessarily going to be profitable because it's high risk. Medium risk, if we see a break and retest here. Why also? What is it confirming you? This setup is what happened here. Of course, we're talking now for like 5-10 pips, but think about it as if it is on any other currency. Now this is 10 pips. Think about euro dollar, 10 pips is gold. And here, this is the medium risk entry. Where is the safer entry? After break, retest of this last low. But what do we see on the actual price action? We see that here at this exact low, we have a bounce. Yes, we have a reaction at this previous highs. And what do you see? You already enter here buys? No, unless you take high risk reward buys here above this order block, stop loss below, and then you are still in after this retracement, and then continuation up. But of course, safer entries, you see that here the bullish is resuming. We are creating higher low, validating. Therefore, we are validating. Okay, we are validating this one as a no, this one is a higher low, and this one is a higher high. And why when it's validated as a higher high? When it's retesting these previous highs and then continuation up. You see how many medium risk, high risk reward buys anywhere here above this order block, above these highs, as you can see. Anywhere is a high risk reward, medium risk, safer with break, retest, giving you another entry, and continuation up, safer entry above here, because it's the previous highs. It gives you a retest, creates a flat candle support, continuation up. Safest entry, if you want to be 100% sure, after backtesting Bitcoin, the PPRs, you see break, retest on the dot, exactly on the dot of 13 to 50. That was not a price sensitivity area on the left, it's a PPL, and then continuation up to get your 25 pips scalp. So if you zoom in here, you see how clean, not my chart, is. So you had these highs, failing to break above, break and retest these previous highs, and then continuation up, very impulsive. Then you can have, you see a retest on the dot, failing to break. You can even add high risk reward buys, even at medium risk, because these were the high risk. But if you didn't enter, you wait here, you see how weak the candles are becoming and how we are still creating higher lows from here and always failing to break below these previous lows. You have many opportunities to enter, and then you see another bullish here. Okay, now what you see, we are very close to the PPL, but what you see is that price is creating another block at these previous highs, and then boom, gives you bullish above the PPL. Then what does it give you? Break, retest exactly on the dot. This candle was bearish and turned bullish, flipped bullish, giving you the opportunity to enter buy and then profit. You had many opportunities to enter here, but price action is not the focus of the video. It's just that I'm addicted to it, so I cannot not see it. Okay, and it's validating you here. The validation was all this was for the validation of this PPL. You see PPL to PPL, and let's move on with nice this one. Okay, break, retest multiple times, PPL to PPL, 25 pips, 30 pips, reactions and the PPL, PPL to PPL. You already see, is very, very clear, the difference between these volumes and the ones that we were in the part 1 of this video. It's crazy, crazy. PPL, reaction, if only, okay. As you can see, very strong reaction. Okay. And this price sensitivity area, I'm going PPL to PPL. Here, not much action, I jinx it. Okay, we're coming towards November. Yes, but these are not scalping ranges, are intraday moves for 50 pips. It's not much. I want to see, notice how even the consolidations are coming in these areas. They're not coming here, coming here. Even here, they're coming at 1350, not randomly. Very, very interesting stuff. Okay, so as you can see, aggressive move, reaction at 14,000. 14 to 50, 14,750. Okay, so we are ready for the next moves. As you can see, very impulsive. There's not a break here, is at PPLs. Here stops at the PPL. Bounce, and then look here how nice it is. PPL to PPL for intraday moves. This is not even, this is a 2 hours. Very, very clean price action. Okay, okay. What's going on here? I'm moving 1,000 of pips. We are in November, hundreds of pips. We move like 100 pips. But as you can see, here reaction at PPL again. Look here on the dot. Reversal, break, retest, PPL. Here bouncing of these previous highs, but also at the PPL. Bam. Then here. Very, very interesting stuff. So I have already to update. Why are you moving? Okay. 15,750. 15 to 50. Exactly at the PPL. 16 to 50. 16,750. Okay. Wow. Look exactly on the dot how the price is reacting perfectly at the PPLs. We can retest PPL. There's no, as you can see here on the left, there's nothing. There's no action. Where does it stop? Exactly here. Rejection, exactly here. Then you can validate here 25 pips saying, okay, reacted these previous highs. But this one, this reaction comes from nowhere. That's what is interesting about it. There's the same as here. 750. There's nothing here on the left hand side. So let's go on the 1 hour. Do we have anything making new highs? Do we have anything? No, we don't have anything from August. So we are just reacting at the PPRs. Okay. There you go. As you can see now, doing 50 pips is not much. Now that we are in a high volume market, while to have 10 pips before, we had to wait days. Look here, break and retest, reaction exactly on the dot. Break below, but and a good percentage of the time is creating a consolidation period at these PPLs. Nice move, PPL to PPL. Break and retest of these previous highs. Now it's getting a consolidation around 300, exactly in the middle. Look, the reactions, these PPLs. Consolidation period exactly at the PPL. You see, no consolidation in between, only when it reaches that price point. Okay. So 17 to 50, 17, 750. Look, exactly here on the dot. PPL to PPLs. Look at the rejection here in the dot. Oof. Oof. Where did it happen? Where is it? What is this area? Let's check. 18,250 on the dot. Crazy, 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 crazy. Look here, rejection exactly. Look here. Oof, on the dot, 250. Okay. So 50 here. This is 750. That's why you see all those reactions. Yeah. Break retest, break retest. Here we have 18 to 50. Oh, yeah. 19 to 50. Exactly. On the dot. It's not even funny anymore. We're going. Look here. Break retest, retest, rejection on the dot, bounce, reject, reaction, bounce, reaction. Bounce, reaction, bounce, rejection. Look, if you're in a bearish trend here, bounce, okay. You see failing to make, you enter here. 10 pips stop loss, you already have, you get to the next PPL. Another re-enter here, failing to break these previous lows of this arc. Reaction here, failing to break above the key level, the PPL, re-entry. It's just, it's amazing. It's amazing. Break, retest, break, retest. Look how beautiful. Yeah, here the reaction is not exactly at the PPL. These are these previous lows. But you have opportunity break, retest, enter here. Already have 10 pips. So break even, you get to the PPL. Second entry, break, retest. Or even if you enter here, high risk, you have 7 pips stop loss never taken away. 25 pips. Impulsive move above. Break, exactly, break, retest on the dot here. Look how beautiful this is. Giving you, okay, very strong, very strong. Weaker, weaker, very weak, very weak. Yes, sellers are trying to push it below, but buyers are still there, but they're closing weak. Okay, try again. Nope, we're not going down. Close wick bullish. Sort of engulfing, bearish, weak bullish. This candle, it was, I like to do it. At one point, it was like this. It was like this. This was a bearish candle. Where it closed, here, like this. Next one, as always, lower week. I'm going down. Nope. Some flip bullish profit. This is amazing. But I'm stupid. You see, I'm stupid because this is not a P. This is bias. This is not a PPL. Is the price point where we are at now. Very good. I love price action, but this was not validated by any mean. Oh gosh, everybody makes mistake. Oh gosh, this was so good. It was so good, but not at any price point here. Oh, it was. Oh gosh, amazing, amazing. Here, let's go. Let's go back. I know the moves that he wants to make. PPL to PPL. Clean. This, I guess, is a. And I'm not even watching at the price on the left. Oops, on the dot. Oh, I want to see this. And then we end the video. Let me see here. What is going on here? So we have a reaction, almost 20K PPL, not actually at it. We have very, very aggressive bearish, 1 minute candle making like 30 pips. Reaction at the PPL, failing to break above. Okay. Let me grab my tools. We have a break retest, failing to break, double top, strong bearish, bounce, and failing to break above these highs on the left. Very aggressive. This candle at a point, probably in 1 second, was bearish like this. But exactly where did you react? 19K PPL. He tried. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe later. Maybe later. Let's flip bullish and give a nice squeeze. But where are we reacting? Sort of PPL, more or less. Give it or take 5 pips. Sort of breaking retest, not a very clean action for these 25 pips, I gotta say. And we break below here, we could consider entry. Consider entry below this PPL. You have this small that gives you an opportunity to enter because we are closing, still closing below. If you don't want, you enter here with a closure below, and then you have the nice aggressive bearish candles, pullback, aggressive candles. Where does it react? Again, out of nowhere, here, 18,500 PPL. Where did it react here? 18,750. Where did it react here? 9,000. 19,000, same as here. You miss this entry, you have the break retest of the PPL, continuation down. You want to at least revisit, when you enter here, you want to at least, you enter, where are we? Here. At least revisit these previous lows, which are 25 pips. But of course, if you see this candle, you leave it open, leave the scalp open, and you get your 50 pips. You can take partials, and then you have your 50 pips of full take profit. Here at the PPL. Nothing simpler than this. Then what you see? What you see? Tell me what you see. I see on the spot. Okay, we have this pullback. Here is not a correction because you don't have failure to break above. That's why I said this is not very clean price action. But you see here, yeah, break retest, very aggressive bearish. Oops, again, we failed to break below the PPL. Here you can see, oh, I re-enter, high risk, high reward sells, take stop loss above here. You lose, of course, but high risk, high reward, especially after all these big move. You can't, this is 50, 100 pips already move. You can't expect price to just continue down forever, but it's still, if you want to take a late entry, you take your risks. But then you see that this double bottom is confirmed when we break above, when we retest these eyes on the left, as you can see here. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, nice 30 pips. Let's see quickly where price goes now. I don't know. We see a reaction. We're seeing some sort of reaction at this previous facility area. We have a deeper dip, never going back to the entry, as you can see. Not failing to break below. So we were here. Okay. You see, yes, it's not looking pretty anymore. We say, okay, maybe we're still respecting the bearish trend line, blah, blah, blah. But you see pullback reacting here on the dot, not even going back to the entry. If you take partials here, it's fine. 30 pips. You have the entry here, break even, enter here, break even. And then you have the trend resuming. Of course, you have reaction at these previous highs / PPL. But where does the pullback end? Exactly on these highs, exactly here. And then continuation up. Very, very, very good. Okay, this is it even for this one, the part 2. Part 3 will be over 2021, and we're going to see if the trend continues.